Yeah, my name is Jay Redcliffe. I'm from an agency called Boomtown in Port Elizabeth. I'm a GAD. So my question will be for the suits. You know, like for you guys to give feedback. So I wrote my question down so I don't ramble. But yeah, my question is about partnership, right? And I like what you guys have said here today. And from my grassroots and learning in my career, I've learned that the question is always, how do you go beyond the brief? How do you go beyond the boardroom? How do you show up? So you have worked with top agencies. What can you share that's consistent or unique from people you have worked with that we as agencies can learn from to build on our partnership to the level we have spoken about today? Like, hey, I'm Airbnb, you guys have spoken about them. So if you can share any nuance, that I can take, that I can go take home, back to PE and take, my team to the next level. So thanks.
I'll share something actually from my uni days, which is a long time ago. But which I thought was a really nice practice, and it was from client. Briefs weren't a document, it wasn't a PowerPoint, briefs were live. The document followed. So I worked on Ogo many moons ago. If we were going to brief a new hand wash powder or whatever it is, we're taking the agency out to the environment where this powder is going to be used in rural KZN, where women are washing laundry by a riverside, for them to experience what the product benefit is, right? So they bring it to life. And it's a completely different experience than you saying, and so we were launching, I forget what the technical name is, the plastic packs. Remember, washing powder used to be in boxes. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Moving from boxes to these waterproof packs was driven, that was the insight. Those boxes got wet, your powder clumps, it just wasn't useful for people who are not in a clean, fancy home environment. I have a sink. No, I'm washing my clothes by a river and it's burnt on a stone and it's getting wet. We took them there, like that, bring it to life. Like instead of telling them technically, I want you to communicate X, Y, Z, show them what X, Y, Z means to the end user. And I think that's completely changes where your starting point from a creative point of view than sitting in a room and saying, we have this pack, it's made from X, Y, Z material, it's really, really great. Yes, I know, but who cares? So yeah, I think if we could do more of that. I honestly have not seen that since UPIPA in any other organization. It's always been a straight, boring brief. But bringing a brief to life when you can has made a difference in the work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can build on that. We call it an inspirational brief, where you take in, again, the collab out of the boardroom. We don't do it on every brief, we should. But then that allows for the, partners to really know what they're working on. So that's one piece. And then the other piece I'd say is like, there has to be a conversation around relationship between the partners. If there's, and I've heard like from various people, when there's almost an abusive relationship of, I'll call them client and agency, you have to know when to walk away, right? That's not a healthy space to be in. And it's difficult, right? Because everyone has a P&L to run and everyone has people to look after. So either it's a conversation that you have and need to come, have a kumbaya moment that this is a partnership. Or I think, I've rarely heard of agencies hiring clients, but that is also a possibility.
I think with us, it was really about a shared purpose in terms of why is it that we have come together and still stay together. Once that purpose is clearly defined and we've all bought into it, everything that we do as a collective kind of stems from that, and we kind of sense check each other against it, right? So we have over time built a very strong, transparent, honest, challenging relationship. I can never say it's easy, because there's going to be instances where there's different points of views. There's times whereby I would walk into a session and have to wear a business lens and like you said, be a suit, right? And it's about, you know, the agency kind of understanding the role that I'm playing at that point in time and respecting it, right? But you know, our relationship, as I say, it's a shared purpose, and there's a clear vision of where it is that we want to take the brand, and what are those unlocks that are going to enable us to get there, and then we embark on that journey. And I think that's why, you know, we've been so successful with Your Public, because I think it stems from that perspective.
And then a completely different point. You know, some of our best work has been proactive. So answer the brief, but then throw in the other things. So here's to answer what you asked for, client, but then here's our wild card.
100%.
And you'll be surprised how often that actually gets taken up.
Thanks so much, guys.